Hi, my name is Purvi Mody, and I'm the co-founder of Inside Education. Today, we're going to play around with ChatGPT and explore its limitations, its opportunities. We're going to see if we can use it to fool me, a college counselor that has worked with hundreds of students and read thousands of college essays. So we're very excited about this. And you can scroll. Okay. Yeah, I already have an inclination on whether this is a real essay or a ChatGPT essay. So, but I'm not going to say that until after we read through the second essay. But I think overall, this essay gives a broad overview of a student and an interest in painting. It's a little bit on the surface still, so there aren't very solid examples of how painting has been utilized or reflected in the student's life. So again, I think it's if it were a student and brought me this essay, I would say this is a good start for an essay, but I need you to dig a little bit deeper and I need more specifics because I might walk away from this essay thinking, what did I just learn about this particular student that's unique? You can scroll down. You can scroll down. Okay. This essay has a touch more personality to it, not a touch, more personality to it. There are a couple sentences where I just felt like, I'm like, oh, yep, this sounds like a 17-year-old student, which was really nice. There was one word in particular that stood out to me was where the student wrote, let go of this nonsense. And it caught me. I was like, yes, like that's actually very powerful. And also the imagery of the mask, I think was also really telling because it tied not only art, but also culture. And that was really important. So it stood out a little bit more as well. And then this idea of that, art has transcended just the physical in the sense of not just physically connecting to art, but really thinking about art in a more metaphysical place where it's something that the student carries with herself, like wherever she is. And again, just a little bit more character is coming out in this essay, and it just stands out a little bit more. It definitely wants me to keep reading. It doesn't feel superficial. But some of the tone and language, and it was just like thoughtful and refreshing compared to the first essay, which, literally, I don't remember it now. Like I have forgotten everything from that first essay, but from that second essay, again, that one sentence about nonsense, the masking piece of it, like that imagery was very powerful. And so, one of the things that I've been doing is obviously playing around with ChatGPT since it's come out, because I know this is going to be a big thing in the college admissions world. And a lot of people have been talking about it. And so as I've tried to teach it to write really great essays, I noticed that sometimes it just brings in flawed examples or will completely just make stuff up, right? So I try to have it write an essay for me about how students, how a student might use music to express him or herself. And the ChatGPT started coming about, like, as I was battling anxiety and all of these things, I'm like, wait, like I never taught that, or I never stated that. So, and it also just tends to have a much more superficial generic. Now, it was never intended to write college essays. So I know ChatGPT is an amazing tool that's out there, and its possibilities are limitless for the time being. But I think we should step back and really think about, what is a college essay actually about? And while it is something that is very scary for many students to approach, and families in general, I always tell my students, it's an opportunity. This is your chance to say to the admissions office almost anything that you want, to show them a side of you that's not really evident anywhere else. And so if you want to use ChatGPT, these are the ways that I would think about it. Maybe you're having trouble thinking of an approach that you want to take, and so you want to use this as a brainstorming opportunity. Great, go ahead and do that. If you're thinking of like, oh, I haven't really thought about a structure or how I might structure my college essay, maybe an essay that gets spit out to you through ChatGPT gives you a sense of a structure that you might want to use. So I don't think it's a tool that we want to avoid. We're certainly not avoiding it in our office. We're playing with it. We're learning it. We're trying to see what its possibilities are and how we can use it effectively. But when you're actually writing your college essay, someone in my office says this very beautifully: when you know yourself well, why would you spend time teaching a tool to write an essay that you can write much more effectively? And so that's what you want to do. You want to spend time thinking through what you want to convey, use that time to get to know yourself better and what you want to get across to an admissions office. And the most important thing we talk about is voice in a college essay. We know what a 17-year-old sounds like. Admissions officers are super aware of what a 17-year-old sounds like, which is why we don't even want parents touching college essays, because that perspective is very different. But that voice is so important. And when you use a tool that's going to lose that voice, you're losing the most important thing that you are bringing to your own college application. So use it, play with it, don't rely on it. And it could definitely backfire for you. So again, think about what you want to say to admissions officers, spend time developing that versus trying to teach a tool to do that for you.